Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to Geeky Girls Knit and Cross Stitch. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl, and the person off the screen is...
And Damn, also known as Dammy's Doodles. I was getting my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to cut it.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of April, 2020. No fooling. Yesterday was April Fool's. Did you see the one that somebody posted that it was the governor and it had like a thing across that said that all students were going to have to repeat this year of school?
Mm-hmm. Early admission? I don't think so.
And this is episode 390. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys.
Whoop.
To all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. You're going to cut that before you know how big it needs to be. I just don't want you to cut it too short.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a new cross stitch project if you haven't noticed. This is the quarantine.
Black.
Yes, this is the quarantine hair episode.
Yeah, I got a haircut by you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ada is so squeaky. I put it through the wrong hole.
I thought you were talking about your hair. I was like, what? Your hair is so squeaky?
Ada is so squeaky.
Are you going to tell the story or am I?
You.
I was giving her a haircut. And it was going great until it wasn't.
Wonderful hair.
It was going great till it wasn't. There's a little spot underneath the longer hair in the back
I won't show you.
where it got cut a little short. I felt really bad. At least it's like where it's short already, so it's going to grow back really quickly. And you're getting my quarantine bangs, which is, this means I washed my hair this morning. And I didn't put any product in my bangs. I didn't blow dry. I just went, and this is what happened. So this is the only day that you get bangs. And then after that, you get ponytail or pigtails.
I keep putting it through the wrong hole.
We have a catastrophe on our hands.
Cross stitch is going great.
This is what happens when you are quarantined for 57 zillion years. But we do have quite a lot to talk to you about today, including some prize winners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about her project.
Yes, so I've started a new project, which means I finished the other one. I'll show you in a few minutes. But, shh, don't tell. It's a secret. I'm working, because he's in the other room. I'm working on the Hub's birthday song. So this is from my French vanilla, apparently neither one of us can talk today. French vanilla cappuccino sock pattern that you can get on Ravelry. And it's on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And you're going to need to see my Ravelry project page for the colorways, because these are Frankenstein socks. I'm using 9 colorways. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I can show you. Hold on. Trying to get where I can. This is going to have to go in a bigger bag. But there is 8 of them. And there's the 9th one. This is the one I'm knitting with right now.
It's so cute. It's a little circle.
It's a circle of yarn.
Pink.
And I'm knitting with it. So what I am doing though is I am knitting these concurrently on 9-inch circulars, because I want to make sure I don't run out of a yarn, but and then go to work on the second sock and don't have the yarn. So toes are done on both, and I've done the first 10 rows here. This yarn is from the socks I knit for you and the wrap I knit for you. The bottom one.
Knit Picks Stroll Tonal in the...
No, not tonal. Tonal is a... It's on my project page. I'm not...
I thought you were like, tell them.
No, I was saying that's what it's from. And this one is from the chai latte pattern from our Coffee with Cece and Dammy book.
2.
Yes, Coffee with Cece and Dammy 2 book. So I've done the 10 rows on that, and so I'm working on, I'm in the middle of a row on this one, and I'm catching the yarn, and oh my goodness, I'm having issues. There, so I'm only a few rows in. 1, 2, 3. I'm on row number 4 of this color. And what I did on my, is I laid out I'm looking for the picture. I laid out the yarn to try to figure out what order I wanted to do it in. So this is what I started with right here. So it will go in this order, and then back around to this color and around. That is the plan. So this lets me use up leftovers, and honestly, I don't have much sock yarn that's not pink.
Pink is a non-gendered color.
I know.
All colors are non-gendered.
I know, but it was yarn that I wanted to use for me. And I don't think the Dr. Hubs would wear pink.
I'm sure there's pink somewhere in that yarn you're using.
Well, but like not a.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. But pink is in the red color family.
Yes, it is.
And that's his favorite color.
It is. There is probably some pink in here, but I don't think he would wear 100% pink socks.
And he puts pink on his shoulders, so he wears pink.
There you go. But also too, I wanted to use up. I mean, this is 9 balls of leftover yarn, so this allows me to use up some leftover yarn, some of this leftover yarn too. So hopefully, I can use up quite a bit of it, because his socks use. Let's see, the last pair of socks I knit for him used. Don't let me forget to take pictures of my socks that I finished for me before I take them off the blockers to put on my project page. The last pair of socks that I knit for him used 84 grams of yarn, 348.8 yards.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So, hopefully I can use up quite a bit of yarn on these. So, working on these concurrently, and yeah. You know, I've also been thinking how this is totally off topic. Well, kind of, because I still have the inner piece shawl that I started, and I'm like 75% done with it. And I thought about picking it up and finishing it, but then I was like, no, I think I'm going to wait and finish it during Stash Dash. But then I was also, as I started to think about Stash Dash, I was like, I'm not knitting as much right now. I mean, like, you know, part of it was because of the injury and everything, but also I'm just really loving cross stitch right now. I'm still knitting, but I'm really loving cross stitch right now. And I was like, how could I modify Stash Dash for me to make it work where I could do over both knitting and cross stitch? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a certain amount of yards of yarn that I want to use up, but I also am going to set a certain number of stitches that I want to cross stitch during the Stash Dash period.
How many? 50,000?
No.
Well, I mean, cross stitch looks like more stitches.
Yes, I know, but I mean, like, I typically during Stash Dash, I knit birthday stuff for my niece and nephews, for your cousins.
It's beautiful.
I typically finish up Jeremy's, my bestie's husband's, birthday socks.
So long.
Is it Noah's birthday's in July? So his birthday socks. I want to finish inner piece. I'm knitting trying to knit a pair of socks a month. So I'm going to be doing both crafts. So
And you gotta knit stuff for Pink, too.
Pink, what does Pink want me to knit for her?
Oh, booties.
She will not wear them. She would lose it. She would be like Bob, that video of Bob wearing the little booties. Oh my goodness, if you haven't seen that, it was Cassidy and Jess's from Ravelry's, their dog, and they put little like rain booties or something on him, and oh my gosh, it's hysterical. It is so funny. So okay, we have talked for 7 minutes about a pair of socks.
Good job.
I know.
It's a new record.
I know. Well, actually, not just about one pair of socks, about multiple things. But I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
Look, my socks are finished.
Yeah.
Yay! They've been on the needle since December, but then they got put in timeout for several months
For crimes.
for deadline knitting. So this is, as Dammy named them, The Force is Strong with These Socks, aka Luke and Leia Sky Sockers, because I started knitting these, well, I knit the toe, and then I knit on them during when we went and saw the new Star Wars movie. This is my French vanilla cappuccino sock pattern that you can get on Ravelry. It's got toe up and cuff down instructions in it, and photos to help you measure your foot to get the right fit. They were done on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Countess Ablaze Lady Persephone sock in the Stardust colorway. So that again was Star for Star Wars, and then I had this stitch marker on them that has the little stars in it. So I'm excited. I'm trying to remember the last time I knit a pair of socks for myself. It's been a while, I think. So, I'm excited to have a new pair of socks. And don't let me forget to take pictures of these for my Ravelry page. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing I knit this week is my 13th preemie hat of the year. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on Ravelry. It was done on US 6's 4 mil needles, and the yarn is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted in the Creme Brulee, Green Tea Heather,
Yum Matcha,
and Conch colorways.
Conch.
And
it looks like summer.
I was going for spring.
Spring, summer, they're so close.
The day I knit this, the prompt for GGK Crafty Pad was stripes. And so I striped the hat, but I also striped the pom-pom. I thought it was very cute. So, there we go. Number 13 for the year is done, and I just dropped it in the floor. So, I think that means we should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. Dammy, are you like channeling something?
The spirits, wherever they're at.
Well, tell us about what's going.
I finally finished this.
Do you see your cat?
Yeah, she's just.
I think
She just needs a different position.
No, I think there must be something outside because she's glaring at it.
I finally finished this little 4x6 Tomb Sweet Tomb with Madame Leota piece by the Witchy Stitcher for my friend, and now it just needs finishing.
So you might do a frame, but there's some other options too. We can talk about it.
I don't know. If you had this little piece, how would you finish it?
Because it could be really cool to finish it. Like the thing I did the ball excellent on up there, if it was sideways and you had another really cool fabric like as a border behind it, that would be really cool.
This is going to a very minimalist friend, though.
Oh, okay. So well, then a frame might be a better option.
Yeah. Minimalist friend loves spooky stuff. And Disney.
Did we talk about Patrick and Paige doing the Haunted Mansion thing last week?
No.
Patrick Page, who is my favorite Broadway actor, and Paige Davis, his wife, who could be called Paige Page. Anyway.
But she's not.
No, but it's very funny because Paige. They have a friend who was supposed to go to, was it Disney World or Disneyland?
I don't know.
One of the Disneys for a...
And she was supposed to go too.
For a birthday, and because of all this couldn't go, and so they did the Haunted Mansion thing for him on Patrick's Instagram. You should go watch it. It's funny. It's very spooky.
Anyway, that means I started a new one that's also Disney. So this is a Chibi Rapunzel pattern by Unique Door Sign on Etsy.
That's an interesting name.
It's unique. So There's Rapunzel and Pascal.
And you've done so much.
I know. Oh, no!
She unthreaded her needle.
Ta-da!
And you're doing this on 14 count Ada?
Sure.
Okay.
It's got pink hair on it already. I'm so pleased.
Yes, pink hair everywhere.
Pink hair everywhere, every day.
Pink
You shouldn't... So, the whole thing has a black border around everything, so I'm doing the black border first. And then I'll fill in. I'll probably start with the hair, because that's the most.
You have that color?
Yes, I do.
So, yeah, so we were pulling thread from floss from what she has and what from I have, and I was like, I would do the black first, and then I would start filling in with the colors that you have. But there was like, what, 7 you need? Out of 16, you're showing the pattern.
There's 7 I need.
Out of 16. So, but some of it can be potentially, if we're still quarantined and you haven't gotten the floss, you could fudge. Although, I just remembered
I don't wanna.
Acorns and Threads will do mail order, and they have all of the DMC. So we could send them a message and see about getting them to send floss.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's all I'm working on.
Okay. So, first up.
You shouldn't stitch with black while you're wearing black pants.
In my to bed or to sleep Outlander bag. I am working, well, I didn't do much work on this, and I'll tell you why in a minute. This is...
And she's gonna get in the pot.
Our cat. She just went from sitting, so I pulled my desk chair into the Mac Mini, which is the computer I edit the podcast on, but it's also the computer that we watch TV on. And so I brought my desk chair in, and she's been sitting on it. Well, she just jumped to underneath the TV. We have 2 long, narrow, or
Under-bed
shallow
Rubbermaid tubs.
Yeah. One that's got prizes for the podcast / FlossTube, and the other that has cross-stitch stuff in it. And she thinks it's her throne, so she jumped from the chair to that, and then jumped into this tub. Well, it's not a tub. It's kind of a fabric basket that I had all of my current projects in that was sitting on the end table next to the couch. But I got that cool rose gold craft cart. And so I took stuff out of it. Well, that's going to Goodwill, but she thinks it's for
not
her.
For now.
And so she jumped from the chair to the Rubbermaid tubs into the basket. This is Homespun Elegance delivering the coffee beans that I am modifying the border on, because I want the border to go all the way around. So there is where I'm at. And the fabric is, see, I'm not very good at remembering to tell you fabric. This is Zweigart 28 count even weave.
I wonder if that's still in production.
I don't know, but the
Because
shop,
remember that store is
the
like
store
from the 80s.
Yeah, the store's been closed down for like 7 years or something. Annabelle, maybe is the colorway. I don't know. So there is where I am on that. And last week I told y'all that I was going to try to get to a certain spot in my my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers, but that didn't happen because what happened is the cross stitch community, the designers and such, have been doing this amazing hashtag Be Well and Stitch on Instagram, and there have been like 120, 130 free patterns put out. Mm-hmm. And there was one that really called my name, and I knew I needed to stitch it pretty immediately. I can show you all the pattern because it's a freebie, and I linked in the show note to Satsuma Street's website where you can get it for free. So it's called Let's Stay Home. So it's got Let's Stay Up in the Rainbow, and then Home down here in the house. I did not have all the correct colors, so Dammy...
You took some from me.
Dammy shared with me from her stash.
That was given to me by someone lovely. I don't remember who, but it's very lovely. Thank you.
Her name is Lori.
Thank you.
Lavissa.
We organized them because they were in by color family, so we cut them apart and did them in number order.
Yes.
It's all organized. I did that. You said you wanted to.
I know, I love doing stuff like that. I think this is a 14 count Ada. It was given to me and I have no clue. Well, yours
It looks like it.
It might be a 16 count though, but it's an Ada. So there's my progress thus far. So I did Let's Stay First, and then I started with the red of the rainbow. I did the red, the orange, and the yellow, and then I went ahead and did the heart, and then I did the blue and the purple, and now I'm working on clouds.
Ooh, clouds.
So I'll do the clouds, and then I'll do the sunshine.
Yellow does not show up well on camera.
No, this yellow is like
bright yellow.
It's a bright, like lemon yellow.
It's more pastel.
It's
a bright pastel. It's a bright pastel.
It's been so hard to try to take pictures of this. Well, y'all have seen on my Instagram, it looks a different color every night that I post it. Because it's a bright yellow. So, it's just see, this is not even showing up bright. The yellow floss is not even showing up as bright as it is. And it's a bright lemon yellow.
That one's yellow.
So, anyway. So, I'm going to finish the clouds, do the sunshine, and then I will start on the house. And I'm so excited for this. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait till we can, get out of the house to buy stuff to finish it. I think it would be really cool if I can find a wooden house and then finish this on it.
Stupid tail. I agree.
I think that would be really cool.
Tails are stupid.
Maybe with, fabric I could put behind it is a rainbow fabric. Like rainbow striped fabric. So, I have been only working on this since I started on it. And it's in my specialty glittery, it just like shakes down the glitter, project bag from Tilting Planet that she custom made the size for me that I wanted. So, but let me tell you, Semi-Sane Stitchers is the group on Facebook that I participate in. So I finished, for the background certificates, I finished Mount Saint Michel in Normandy, France. I did 3,150 stitches.
That's Mont Saint Michel.
Okay, what she said. Which is the circumference of the island in feet. So that was 3,150 stitches. And then for Mapping Your Literary Journey, I finished my second book. I did Poor Tom is Cold by Maureen Jennings. It had 38 chapters and 256 pages, and you do 25 stitches per page. So that was 6,400 stitches. I double dip. The stitches that I do for background certificates is the same as for Mapping Your Literary Journey, which is the same also for Stitch or No Stitch, which just started yesterday, which is like Deal or No Deal. So I am currently having to stitch... hold on, I can tell you.
Did you open a suitcase?
Yes, I had to open 3 suitcases.
3?
I have to stitch 1,100 stitches before I get an offer, or I can open more suitcases.
Were they held by attractive models?
No, they were not held by models at all. They are just there. And I can show you. Hold on, let me show you, Dammy.
But you're not showing them.
No, I'm not showing them because it's on my computer screen. I can't show you. See, look.
Ooh.
12 is the case that I chose that I have.
Ooh.
And
do you know what's in it?
No.
Oh. I don't remember how Deal or No Deal works.
Well,
it was on when we lived in Abilene the first time.
It's not it's not exactly the same as Deal or No Deal. So I chose a case, and then I opened 3 cases. I opened 2, 4, and 6, and so I have to do 350 stitches. I lost the chance to get 10 grand prize entries. And I have to do 750 stitches, so that's 1,100 stitches that I have to do before I do my next thing. I'm open more until I get an offer to either keep what's in case number 12 or to open. No, not to keep what's in case number 12. I get offered an offer, and I can either choose it or I can open more cases. That's how it works. I know. So, there we go. There is no, yes, there is. There is cross-stitch content in Yummies.
Fascinating.
So, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. What are yummies, Tammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things. Things we like. Things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So, I got something in the... I got... Everything that I'm talking about is all stuff that came in the mail this week. So, I follow the CMeowCon Instagram account, the Seattle Cat Convention, CMeowCon. And they are highlighting the vendors from last show. Or from the first convention. Mm-hmm. They are doing a second one. To try to help them, because a lot of these vendors, a big part of their income comes from doing shows, and there's not shows going on right now. So there was this one that I saw. There it is, Collage-O-Rama on Etsy, and there's links to all this in the show notes. And I saw this one, and I was like, I must have it. So it's a it's a dictionary page with the Geeky cat with the coffee. There was options. You could do caffeine or coffee or have nothing up here. But this came, and it's random what dictionary page it's going to be printed on. Do you see the first entry? Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom of. We lived in Scotland. United Kingdom. When I did the review on Etsy, I totally talked about like how it was just kismet that it happened that way. I love this. It's so cool. I cannot wait to put it up. I don't think I want to put it in a frame. I think I'm just going to put it up on the wall.
In the kitchen?
Probably, because coffee.
That's where we put our coffee.
Yes.
That's where we make our coffee.
But a geeky kitty that looks a lot like Pink Pearl. I think.
Oh, well, yes, that is a tabby indeed.
So,
that cat's a little slimmer than her.
But geeky kitty with coffee, I mean, that's Cece. So there's a link in the show notes to that. It was very affordable. It came very quickly. And I don't know if he does it all the time, but he currently has free domestic shipping. Mm-hmm. So, and he also had a special thing. Like if you bought X number of prints.
Buy 2, get 3 free.
No, it wasn't like that. I think it was like buy 3, get 1 free or something. But you should definitely check that out. Trying to put it somewhere where it doesn't get
trampled
wrinkled.
on by the kitty.
Yes. If she gets out of there, tell me so that I can...
Wonderful kitty trampled on my Rapunzel pattern this morning, which I had kept wrinkle-free until this morning.
She just wanted you to be reminded of her every time you stitched. So, I got an order in from Nerdbird Makery, and she had just released this brand new shirt that I think was supposed to debut at Vogue Knitting Live in Seattle in March.
That would make sense.
So, I'm wearing it. It's the Fraser logo. So, see the Seattle...
Made by yarn.
Yeah, made by yarn. So, the Seattle skyline that says knitter in the right font. She has it in 2 different colors. And it's unisex, and I think it goes up to size 3X. I chose this one. The other one was kind of a plummy color, but I felt like the color of the image, it wasn't as easy to see as this one. So I am totally in love with this, and it's really funny because, as we'll talk about in what we're watching, when we talk about watching, we're rewatching Frasier. So. And it's, we'll talk about that in watching.
Yeah.
So I got that, but then I also got this. And I had been wanting to get something.
From Nerdbird?
Yes. I had been wanting something with these images on it, that she created. And she did fabric of it, and I didn't buy any because I was like, I don't know what I would make with it because I'm not a sewist. Well, then she announced this was like going to be the last batch of project bags made with this fabric. I don't know if it's because she can't get any more, she doesn't plan to get any more, or, I mean, she can always change her mind. But I was like, okay, I've got to try. I've got to try. So, I got this project bag. It's called the Society of Arts and Craftivism. And here it is. It's quite large, with handles and a drawstring. And it's got 2 pockets inside. Then let me show you these images up close. I'm going to fold it back down.
Okay.
So there's 6 different images. We have the knitter. We have the maker. We have the stitcher. We have the spinner. We have the sewist. And we have the crocheter. And I just love that she used different ages, different races, different abilities, different hair colors. I just love. So I was so thrilled to be able to get my hands on this. You know, actually probably the socks that I'm knitting are going to go in this bag because it's big enough to hold all the yarn. But it has 2 really nice pockets in it. And I love it. And it came yesterday and I was so excited. Just so excited. She has stickers of all the images. I don't think she sells them individually on the website, but you can buy like a pack of the 6 stickers. But I just love it. I just love it. And I appreciate that she used people that look different and are differently abled and different genders, and I just love that. I really appreciate that. So yeah, I love this. I'm so excited. And then I got a very unexpected parcel. I was like, I should have kept the bag. It was funny because it was donuts. I was like, I have no idea what this parcel is. Like, I saw that a parcel was coming and I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what is coming. Well, it was a parcel from the amazingly kind, sweet, brilliant Michelle Bindi Stitchy of Bindi Stitchy Designs, and she's got the Bindi Stitchy FlossTube, and she sent me some patterns and some other stuff. So she sent me the first pattern in the Hildy collection, Hildy's Brew. She sent me, hold on, I have to take the little note out that she wrote so that I can show you. She sent me the brand new Hildy pattern, Hildy Strawberry Patch. And this is the one that I'm gonna do this one flat as well, and not make it into a strawberry, so that I can finish all 3 patterns the same on the chargers that I have. So there's that. And then she sent me a Love You More Studios book sleeve. Star Wars. This is one of the big ones. So this is Star Wars.
Ben Kenobi fights alone.
Silent Drifting.
Ben Kenobi practices social distancing.
Beginning the official comics adaptation of the most eagerly awaited space fantasy of all, The Empire Strikes Back.
40 cents. That's what I like to see.
This one's 50 cents.
Oh, inflation.
Yeah. So, and then it's got this kind of star space kind of fabric inside. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Oh, and she sent me, I have this bookmark already from Love You More Studio. They do a coffee order. So this is Cindy Lou's order. We proudly serve Cindy Lou, who she wants a whole milk peppermint mocha. Would you like this one since I have it already?
Sure. I want to see what all ones they have.
I don't know. I have, and then I have the new one I have is the Elizabeth Bennet one. So they're having a sale that I think ends today. Which is, so it'll have already ended by the time y'all watch, so. But that. So thank you so much, Michelle. It was so kind and generous of you, and I love it. I love it. I can't wait to stitch these, and I can't wait to use my Star Wars book sleeve. And I love it. Dammy, do you have any yummies you would like to talk about?
No.
You've been celebrating my yummies as they've come.
Yes. I've been rearranging and rearranging and rearranging my room.
Yes, I saw that you had your bulletin board down.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to it?
Reformat
Reformat it. Oh,
Hard reset.
so everything's coming off and then you're going to decide?
Yes. Who lives and who dies.
I hope I make the live list. Well, I mean, I know I messed up your hair, so that loses me some points, right?
No one is safe. Except Pink.
I was going to say even pink. Okay, well then let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad, Dammy. What is it?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month, so take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
And April's prompts list is
Easy
numbers.
peasy.
Numbers.
You don't have to ask me. Do you know what the prompt for today is?
Today's prompt is 2 because it's April the 2nd.
April Fools. It's actually April
So
22nd.
no, it's actually only April 2nd. So what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. Great job, everybody. Yay.
Yay.
It's never too late to join in. You take a look at the prompt for the day. As I said, prompt for today is 2. And you take a picture related to it. You interpret that however you wish. We're very cheater friendly. For me this month, it's just on the 1st I did this. On the 2nd, the 3rd I did this.
I have 15 cats.
If you have 15 cats, post that on the 15th.
Please.
But, you know, it could be number of stitches. It could be number of rows, number of inches. It could be...
Number of feet your little baby has.
You made 30 cookies today. You made 30 dozen cookies. If so, send me some. Are you going to send me cookies?
I'll send them to your heart. It's a metaphor.
And then you post your picture on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag GGKCraftyPad because that's how we find your photo. If you have a private account on Instagram and you're participating in GGK CraftyPad, you need to make sure that Dammy's Doodles is following you. So send her a message. Otherwise, we can't see your photos. So, and yours might get chosen. Okay, upcoming events. I doubt that this is actually going to happen because it's scheduled for April 30th to May the 3rd. And last I heard, the governor said that he most likely is going to extend the shelter at home for another 30 days for us. So this is probably
sad but wise.
yes. So
Stay home.
Stay home.
Don't. You could put in the thing I posted on Facebook.
I was about to say I really like your thing that you posted this morning. It
What will it take for you to understand?
Let me talk about this just in case it happens. So this is the Pacific Northwest Yarn Crawl, and it is 9 shops and 1 pop-up shop, and it, like I said, is April the 30th through May the 3rd if it happens, and their website is pnwyarncrawl.com. I've been checking every Thursday before we record to see if they've made an announcement. I feel like they're probably waiting for the governor to officially announce.
Come on, Jay.
So, Dammy, do you want to read to them the post that you posted?
Sure. I got it from an actor / dancer I like who was in a comment. He posted it. It says, "No means no. No gatherings with friends. Even if you sit or stand 6 feet apart, even if you keep it under 10 people, even if you have all been quarantining, even if you are symptom free, even if you are young, even if it is for a quick glass of wine, even if you're bored, lonely, or stir crazy, even if it is outside or at a park or for a walk, no gatherings with family, even though they're family, even though you miss them, stay home. Unless it is for something essential, like you gotta get food, you gotta get groceries.
Medical.
If you have a doctor's appointment, if you're feeling ill, you got
If you need to get your prescriptions.
Or if you are considered essential at work.
Yes, if you're essential personnel.
To go in.
Yes. Otherwise, stay home. I know, I understand. I stay home a lot anyway, and I'm going stir crazy. 3 people and 1 cat in one place, not leaving, and it's stir crazy. But we're doing it to be safe. So, be safe. Stay home. Stay home. Okay. And then the other upcoming event, which is currently still on, hopefully it will happen since it's still fairly far out, is the Grazing Hills Fiber Fest in Viola, Idaho on Saturday and Sunday, the 11th and 12th of July. I'll be teaching a continental knitting class on Saturday from 10 to noon. Their website is ghfiberfest.com. So, okay, I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
So what are you reading?
I am reading Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and The Glass Scientist, which is a webcomic by Sabrina Katungo, and This Pattern. And probably over the weekend, I'll start reading my textbooks, because we're supposed to have our first pre-class assignment up by tomorrow.
Okay, because your classes start on the 13th.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I've already done one of them. The other 3 haven't posted anything.
What was the first one?
Getting to know you quiz.
For what class?
You found.
Okay. Which you found are you taking this quarter?
Scripture.
Cool. Okay. Well, are you getting your 15 minutes a day in?
Yeah.
What am I referring to?
The January, February, March 2020 row, which is over, and now the April, May, June row
has started.
Yes.
So this is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day every day. I don't care what you read, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. And there are seasonal challenges as well as a year-long challenge where you earn entries into potentially winning one of 3 grand prize prize bundles at the beginning of 2021. And as Dammy said, the January, February, March one is over.
Yeah.
So we need to announce the people who finished in the 2 different categories and announce the winners.
Absolutely.
Of stuff. So for the 87 to 91 of 91 days category, those people got entered to win an ebook. We are giving away 5 ebooks, right? Yeah, 5 ebooks. They all got $1.20 off any single pattern or off an ebook in our Ravelry store, as well as a virtual badge that they can put up. They also, depending on if they read all 91 days or if they read 87 to 90 days, got either 8 or 10 entries into the year-long challenge. So, Dammy, first, why don't you tell us who read 87 plus days in January, February, March?
A.A. Lauzon, A. Bingham, Ange's Hip, Bolshevik Muppet, Crafty Mom 2010, Ed Harley, Frymeister, Fuzzy Kit, Harps 57, Knitter Chow, Meditative Crafter, Moe's Crochet, Penny Gale, Psychohulakian, Russ Strauss, and Silver Luna 2112.
Great job. So, I used a random number generator and drew 5 winners who get their choice of one of our ebooks. I think we have 10 ebooks out. So what I need you to do, if you are one of these winners, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. You need to PM me Java Pearl on Ravelry and tell me which of our ebooks you would like. If you happen to have all of our ebooks, let me know and we will work out another prize. The baby is awake. Hi, baby. So, PM me, let me know which ebook you want, or if you have all of them, tell me that and we'll work out something else. It'll still be a pattern prize, but we'll work something else out. So, Dammy, who are the 5 winners of their choice of an ebook?
A. Bingham, Bolshevik Muppet, Crafty Mom 2010, Frymeister, and Knitter Chow.
Congratulations. PM me, let me know which ebook you would like, and I will gift that to you. And then the other category was 60 to 86 of the 91 days. And they all got entered into a giveaway of one of our single patterns as well as a virtual badge. And so we had 3 people who were in that category. So, Dammy, who are the 3 people?
Beth Anna 2769, I Now Hour, and Jennifer Reels.
Congratulations. Thank you for participating. And Dammy, for this person, again, you have 30 days to claim your prize. PM me, let me know which of our single patterns you would like. If you happen to have all of them already, let me know that and we'll work something out. PM me Java Pearl, tell me which single pattern you'd like. Who is the winner of the single pattern?
Beth Anna 2769.
So, I need to hear from A. Bingham, Bolshevik Muppet, Crafty Mom 2010, Frymeister, and Knitter Chow, which ebook they would like, and from Bethanna 2769, which single pattern you would like. And then we will continue on into April, May, June. There's a finish line thread in the Ravelry group. You post once, and then you edit your posts.
Watch out.
Hold on, let me move this so she doesn't sit on it, because it's paper, and she likes to sit on paper, and I do not want her to sit on my new coffee.
But Mama, she just wants to sit on the kitty though.
I know. You post once, you edit your post. The minimum is you need to tell us that you read the 15 minutes that day. Please don't sit on my new bag.
She wants to.
Some people put like exact number of minutes. Some people put what they're reading. Some do, hello honey, do charts of like their reading. Or are you going to come be in the video? Hi, baby. Can you see her new bow tie? It's pink. She got it for her birthday / gotcha day.
We'll show you more at the end.
Yes. So, there's also a chatter thread if you have questions or want to talk about stuff. Yeah. Okay. What I have been reading. I did not read this week's Harry Potter chapter.
What?
I know. There were 2 extra episodes of Harry Potter and the Sacred Text that were not chapter based. And so I just didn't get it. But it's okay because Swoosh and Flick split the chapter in half. So they have 2 episodes for this chapter. So I will get caught up. I did pick back up and I'm starting to read Integrative Therapies for Fibromyalgia, Chronic Fatigue Syndrome, and Myofascial Pain.
Oh, wow.
The Mind-Body Connection by Celeste Cooper and Jeff Miller.
That's so fascinating.
It is rather interesting, but it is...
The title sounds horrible.
It is a lot of information, so I can only read it in very small chunks. So, I finished reading book number 48 in the In Death series by J.D. Robb. I think there's only one more book. Yeah, and I have it. It just came in off my holds list. I think she's still writing them.
How do you feel about that?
I'm kind of sad, but she's still writing them, I think. So, I'm still listening to book number 5 in the Charlie Davidson series by Dorinda Jones. Oh, the In Death series is a police drama set in the future. The Charlie Davidson series is a PI who is the Grim Reaper. And it does have adult content, both of those series do. So what happened was, why am I blanking on the name of her? Lady Robbins has a FlossTube Robyns. And she's a librarian. And so one of her things that she does is she responds to people who are asking for suggestions for, like, they'll say, I have read this and really liked it. Can you make a suggestion similar? And so I said, hey, I'm finishing the In Death series. Can you recommend something? So she recommended 2 different series to me, and so I've started both of them. The first one she recommended was the Detective D.V. Warren series by Lisa Gardner, and I read books 1 and 2 in that series, and I'm enjoying that. The other series she recommended was the Lucy Kincaid series by Allison Brennan, and I'm currently reading book number 1 in that series, and thus far enjoying it. And then they're both police drama thingies. And then I finished reading book number 23 in the J.P. Beaumont series by J.A. Jantz, which is a police drama set in Seattle. And there's only one more book.
Oh, no.
And she's still writing, though. It just came out, like, in September. So I'm on the hold list for it. So.
Murder on 3rd Avenue.
They were talking about the Fifth Avenue Theater.
Again.
In a book.
You've told me that they've talked about it throughout most of the books I think you've read of the series.
Not every book, but there's been different books that they've like been going to see something. Okay.
You didn't tell me they went to see shows.
Yes. There wasn't.
We're just talking about it.
There was a murder though in a theater. I can't remember if it was Fifth Ave or not.
Act. Paramount.
I can't remember. It was like probably 20 books ago. So, okay. Watching. The Dr. Hubbs and I watched Miss Fisher and the Crypt of Tears movie. Oh. So this is the movie that is part of the Miss Fisher's murder mystery series.
Murder mystery.
And it was like a feature film. Like it came out in Australia, and then when all of the pandemic happened, they released it digitally because theaters are closed.
You can't go to the theaters. So
it was pretty good. I wish I had like rewatched series 3 because it had been so long since I'd watched it. I couldn't really remember where we were at in the series, but it was good. We enjoyed it. I also started watching some Hallmark movies again, but I'm watching the mystery ones because I'm not in the place right now for the lovey-doveys. So I watched Picture Perfect Mysteries, Dead Over Diamonds, and Riddled with Deceit, a Martha's Vineyard mystery. I finished watching Lock and Key Season 1. Such a good series. Really enjoyed it.
Is Dodge taken care of?
No.
I don't know what
happened. No. They think that Dodge is taken care of.
Oh, no.
We finished watching The Good Place. All the tears.
I was crying, and I haven't even watched this show.
She hasn't watched all of it. She's watched some here and there. As I said earlier, we are rewatching Frasier. We finished season 1 and we're already into season 2.
Some things from 2 decades ago just don't hold up. Also, I don't think Seattle has streets. You don't go to 3rd Street. You go to 3rd Avenue. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not digging myself a hole.
Well, as you're digging yourself a hole, it's been fun, though, for them to, like, mention things.
I know where Tacoma is.
I know where Everett is. I know where...
No, there are no streets in Seattle. There are avenues. You can't go to 3rd Street, Niles. Go to freaking 3rd Avenue.
Maybe he was going up to Redmond or Everett or Edmonds or down to Tacoma. Apparently, we don't know
You're gonna put Niles in Tacoma?
Sure. So apparently, I don't think it hasn't ever been, I don't think, like, confirmed, but apparently Niles and Maris live on Whidbey Island.
Mercer
Island. Whidbey Island was in the book I was just reading. One of the J.P. Beaumonts I've just been reading. Sorry. Mercer Island. So.
They could live on Bainbridge, too. That's a fancy people place.
Yeah.
I don't know, he just said a couple of ferry rides, and it only takes one ferry ride to get from either Mercer or Bainbridge to Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. But it could have been different 20 years ago. Hello, the past.
What you doing, David Hyde Pierce?
Has the thing with them been on already?
I don't know.
What is it called?
Stars in the house!
It's a special thing that's going on right now. So, but the cast was supposed to reunite, except for John Mahoney's passed away.
Yeah.
That's so sad. But anyway, it's fun rewatching Frasier. Now, last week's episode, if you watched, you know that I kind of lost my bleep when Dammy told me about Cabin Fever, which is the sequel to Cabin Pressure, which is a BBC radio comedy that we
It's a positive
love.
production for BBC Radio 4.
So, John Finnemore, who
Who is the author and actor
Yeah.
of Arthur Happy Stewart.
is doing this YouTube series right now where Arthur's quarantined. And
He's been uploading every other day. It's absolutely delightful.
there was one yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday was the chess one. So there should be one tomorrow. But
And he usually asks you to comment something.
yeah, and they're short. They're like under 10 minutes. Usually, well, I think under maybe 7 minutes. Oh, wow, you're making a lot of good progress.
Hair. She has a lot of hair. I made hair in the outline of a flower.
So, oh my gosh, loving those. Loving those. Okay, I'm watching Stumptown Season 1, The Masked Singer Season 3. There was a 2-hour episode on last night that we're watching tonight. I'm so excited. The Season 1 finale of Star Trek Picard. Oh my gosh, this was just the week for me to cry at television shows.
Okay.
Sobbing, crying at the end with Data dying. Like,
I wasn't watching it, and I just came in here, and she was like, Data died, and I was just like, again?
so, but
Give the
then,
poor man a break.
but then Picard dying, but now Picard is,
Synth boy.
a synth, a synthetic.
Oh, I made a little square back here. Look at that.
Yep. And then, at the end, they're all on the ship, and they're going, and,
Blue skies.
oh gosh, the blue skies when Data was dying. Oh my gosh. So,
Did you know that, what's her name? The girl? The girl.
I don't remember names, Dammy.
Romy? Roji? Because she's many different.
You're thinking of, are you thinking about Rafi, or are you thinking,
And then
you're Soji?
Yeah, Soji. She is the daughter of actor John Briones, who was the engineer in the most recent revival of Miss Saigon, and she was in the Angelica Hamilton tour as Peggy. So she is an actor and singer,
Oh, wow.
and she was singing Blue Skies.
It was so beautiful. Patrick Stewart apparently wants Whoopi... Oh, I know he does. He wants Whoopi Goldberg to be in Picard. I watched a thing about that. Okay. I watched the season 3 finale of The Sinner. We're watching season 7 of The Blacklist. Season 11 of NCIS LA. So is Nell leaving now?
Oh no.
I don't know if she's coming back or not. She was saying that she no longer wanted to be an agent. And so
But isn't it her boyfriend? Aren't they?
They're not a couple right now. There's drama.
Oh.
You missed all the drama.
Oh, good. I don't like drama.
Watching season 6 of NCIS New Orleans. Okay. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist season 1. Oh my gosh, all the tears. Because so they found out that what was helping her father, who is dying, is the medicine is no longer helping, and he probably has weeks left. Mm-hmm. And so, she normally hears people singing in her head their emotions, but Now, then she was singing, but she was like actually singing out loud and acting out, thinking it was in her head. And like, so she was like dancing and stuff and singing, but it was all these emotions because she was not able to deal with her dad. And it was heartbreaking, and I was sobbing. Okay, so here's what happened. I watched Outlander season 5 and was sobbing, crying. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk more about it in just a second. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist because that will make me happy. No, then I cried and cried and cried. So, watching season 5 of Outlander. Oh my gosh, Murtaugh was killed, and oh my gosh, I haven't watched it for a second time yet because I normally watch the episodes twice. I know I'm gonna sob again. I'm probably gonna do that after I finish with the podcast today.
Well, have fun with that.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. And see, in the books, he died like at Culloden. So they brought him back in the TV series. So that's something that's different. But him getting killed and dying, but the guy who killed him was played by Graham McTavish. So they brought him back to play a relative of his. So that was really cool to have Graham back. And so now did he play Colin or Dougal?
Jack Black.
No, he played one of the brothers. I can't remember if it was Colin or Dougal.
You mean Marvin and Dougal?
No.
The other pilots at MJ and Air?
No. He played Dougal.
Dougal.
Graham McTavish. But he's been in other stuff. He was in The Hobbit.
Who'd he play? One of the dwarves, I guess?
I think so. He played Dwalin.
Yeah, that's one of the dwarves.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to run out of floss.
He's been in other stuff too. But anyway. So that was cool. But now is Roger really dead? So Roger was Brianna's husband. Brianna is Claire and Jamie's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the books, he didn't really die. He was injured around his neck and lost like the use of his voice and such and everything. But the way that the preview for the next episode, it makes it seem like he's really dead, but he can't really be dead. You can't have killed off Roger.
Previews are always misleading. So,
it was a very emotional episode. Prodigal Son Season 1, NCIS Season 17, and oops, I almost said it. SCHITT''S Creek Season 6. I think next week is actually the series finale. I was already crying in this week's episode. See, cried all the tears. Okay, listening to My Favorite Murder podcast. They did Grace Kelly today. Because there's this theory that she was actually the auto accident she was in was because of a cult. I'm listening to my CC's Faves playlist on Spotify. What are you listening to?
Random playlist, Cabin Pressure, my Songs of Resilience playlist.
I haven't listened to that yet. I linked it in the show notes, but I haven't listened to it yet.
I'm hurt.
Well, it's the same thing with you not watching my Instagram stories. She was like, you talked about you messing up cutting my hair. I was like, don't you watch my Instagram stories?
I don't watch anyone's.
Well, you should watch mine because sometimes I post things there.
Just talk through them. I don't have time. I used to, when stories first came out, I would religiously go through all of them, make sure I had all of them watched. And if I didn't want to watch them, I would just do the thing where you could swipe across and it would mark them as read. For some reason, for a couple of years, Instagram doesn't do that anymore. So now I have consistent unread stories.
Yeah, you have to tap till you get to the end of them.
Yeah, bring back the swipey thing.
All right. I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our March, April, May Sheepy Spring Owl.
Bah.
So this started on the 1st of March and it runs through the 31st of May, and it's for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, spin, stitch, or sew that you can convince us is related to spring. If you can't think of anything, you made it in the spring or spring adjacent. It's close enough. I know it's autumn in the southern hemisphere. There are a couple main rules for this owl. The first is that no whips are allowed. So your project must have been begun no earlier than the 1st of March and then finished no later than the 31st of May.
People seem to be pretty good about that now. Tammy will send you a message if you post.
I'll eat you.
She will not eat you.
Each project that you can knit, crochet, weave, or spin must be at least 20 yards. 20 yards.
Being emotional.
If your project is not at least 20 yards, you need to group it in a single post together with other projects that together total at least 20 yards.
I'm just not supposed to touch my face, and I just touched my face.
For stitching and sewing projects, we leave it up to your best judgment. Like my thingy, even though it's 4x6, I would enter it because it's lots of stitches.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Even a smaller Christmas ornament that you stitch would be enough because
it doesn't look like a lot of stitches. There's so many stitches.
Well, you were like shocked at how many stitches just the Let's Stay was in mine.
It's like 700 something.
At least. Yeah, it was a lot.
So, yeah. You can feel free to poly dip in other longs as long as it fits in with other rules. That's totally fine. We're going to talk about prizes. Thank you to our donors. If you are interested in donating a prize, you can PM Java Pearl on Ravelry or email us at geekygirlsknit@gmail.com. And for closer looks at these prizes, or if you don't want to hear about them just on the first podcast of the month, you can go to our show notes, geekygirlsknit.com.
Yes. So do you want to start or do you want me to?
I'll start. So first, we have a honeybee project bag and stitch marker made and donated by Teresa, who is Jazzy Creations.
And her shop is on Etsy. We have 3 skeins of Lion brand magic stripes in the jelly bean colorway. 3 winners will each win 1 skein.
We've got a Karen Hallian print of She's Got Help with Marble Ladies on it.
Yes. We have a Plymouth Owl shawl pin donated by Eileen, who is leader on Ravelry.
We have a Pandia's Jewels leaf stitch marker set.
We have a skein of CJ Copic Creations Integrity in the purple passion colorway, also donated by Eileen, who is leaner.
And we have One Twisted Trees BFL Prime in very Mardi Gras colors. Did we not discover the colorway?
I don't know. No, I didn't.
In very Mardi Gras colors. We got a skein of very Mardi Gras colors that was donated by Mary Beth, $11.99 on Ravelry.
Yes.
Thank you. So you must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry in order to participate. There's a hashtag if you want to tag your projects or post on social media. It's GGKCS Spring 20. The FO thread is going to be locked on the morning of the 1st of June, and winners will be drawn for the next podcast after that. And any winners will have 30 days to claim their prize, or they forfeit it. There's also a chatter thread where I congratulate people who finished projects, and I do that here too.
But you can also ask questions in the thread.
Yes, it's a chatter thread. It's implied.
Okay.
Bolshevik Muppet, D-Door 4, Ionow Hour, Felipe MC, Harps 57, Jodidiah, Knitter Chow, Little Angel SG2, Little Mermaid, Mary Beth 1199, Meditative Crafter, Nicole S, Strauss, Silver Luna 2112, and Travel Socks.
Great job. So keep working on your projects. You have just under 2 months to get them finished and posted, and you could be a prize winner. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
Now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
Yes, so what is this week's question, Tammy?
This week's question is from Amy, who is A. Bigham from Oregon. How did you decide what the best type of knitted garment is for your body? Top-down raglan, seamed, etc. Did you decide to knit a pattern solely based on a style you know will wear best on your body? Or was it trial and error by knitting items and deciding they weren't a good fit for your body type? I don't know. I've only knit 1 sweater.
No, you've knit 2 sweaters. You knit that cardigan. as well as the elementary or the Sherlock sweater.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, for me, part of it is I hate doing seaming. And so I have knit a seam sweater, but I did not like the construction of it. I prefer to do a top down because I typically make things longer. And so it's easier for me to make it longer knowing how much yarn I have left. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll, start and I'll do the top down. I'll put it on hold, do the sleeves so that I see how much yarn I have left and I can make it as long as I want or as much yarn as I have. I haven't really paid attention to what style.
I'll be honest,
though.
I don't know what raglan is.
I don't know how to explain it either. Let's see if there's a description of it, like on Wikipedia, what a raglan is. It's a type of construction, but I don't know how to explain it.
You make it with rags, like cheesecloth.
Okay, so the raglan is the sleeve that extends to the neckline with the diagonal seams
baseball.
So sleeve that it extends to the neckline with diagonal seams from neck to underarm, front, and back. I do like that style. I honestly have just knit what I've been drawn to. If I'm drawn to the look of a pattern, that's how I decide what to knit. But if you don't want to chance it like I do, knitting it and then just, having spent all the time knitting it, you could try, you could go to a store and find different styles of sweaters and try them on your body and see what they look like and see how you feel in them. Mm-hmm. Another good way is if you have a knitting group where you can try on each other's stuff. I know some retreats have but not right now. No, not right now. You would have to wait.
Try on someone's clothes right now.
I know some retreats have a event where you can bring stuff and people can try on different ones to see how it looks on their body type. But yeah, for me, it's typically just what I'm drawn to. But I don't like seaming, so.
I don't mind seaming. I seamed my sleeves onto the Watson sweater.
Yeah, but I don't like seaming, I don't want to seam a whole sweater.
I don't mind it. I find it relaxing.
Like doing it in pieces. Because I feel like I don't get it lined up well and everything. I need to take a finishing class on seaming. But yeah, top down is usually my go-to.
Radical.
I know. Not for socks, though. Socks get knit. Toe up.
You do not like cuff down.
Well, I just like being able to make the leg longer depending on how much yarn I have left. So, I don't know if that was helpful, Amy. Maybe it was a little bit. When the pandemic is over, hopefully you belong to a knitting group or something, or go to a retreat or something where you have the opportunity to try on different styles. Or like I said, go to a store and try on different styles of sweaters and see what you think. You can even take pictures or whatever and post them and be like, "Hey, friends, what
do
looks
I look
what looks
radical?
What looks good on my body type?" But thank you for asking the question, and I hope what we said was a little bit helpful. Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And there's not been a single question we haven't been willing to answer yet, so.
You can also comment on YouTube.
Yes, and then I will move it over to the comments thread. I finished 10 rows on this one. See how different they look just because of where the striping pattern is. I was telling Dammy, I like using self-striping on Frankenstein socks because the socks even look a little different anyway.
I love chai latte. I want a chai latte now. I should get stuff to make chai lattes and matcha lattes. Or just matcha.
We have chai tea. We do.
She'll figure out how to make it a latte.
I don't know what you have to do. I just go to this.
We need one of those things Mel has that makes them.
The frother? A frother?
Yeah.
We don't have one of those.
I bet I could buy one at the store.
I wonder if you could use a mixer to do it.
It sounds a little dangerous because the mixer is so heavyweight. We have the mixer, but it's heavyweight.
Okay, ask your questions. We will answer them. And let's move on to the next segment. Ta-da!
We didn't get the kitty. Oh no, because we have to show her bow tie.
It's in the video at the end of after the credits.
We have to show her right now.
Let me see if I can get her.
Kitty!
Fix your bow tie. Say hi, people. Look at my bow tie.
Look, I'm so fancy.
Say yay, we made it to the end of the show. Say, I also have a black and white bow tie, but it's for fancy dress.
That means the vet, because that's the fanciest place I go. I gotta make a good impression at the vet.
I think she doesn't like it because it has a bell on it, so now we can hear where she is.
Her previous collar had a bell on it. We should put her tags on it.
Oh, we should. Yeah. So thank you for watching, you guys. We love you. So at the end of the show, we have a reminder. Okay, be careful. I don't want her to scratch me. Threads Entwined, Trish at Threads Entwined has given us a coupon code for 15% off your orders through the end of May. The coupon code is all lowercase, Geeky15, Geeky, and the number's 15. She was sleeping. She's probably mad that I woke her up.
I have nap right here in your arms.
Okay, that'd be fine with me. So thank you to Trish for that. Do we have any other announcements?
Stay inside.
So our schedule should be normal because Dammy is living at home now. So for the foreseeable future, we will be recording on Thursdays and releasing on Fridays. We'll let you know if that changes. So we'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the podcast. We love you guys. Especially those of you who support us financially, because it does cost money to do a podcast. We spent quite a lot this week in shipping out prizes from the Winter Wonderland owl. So there are three main ways you can support us financially. The first is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives and you earn rewards based on the level you donate at. As we mentioned last week, we have changed some of the rewards on Patreon. So you should check it
Pink
out.
will sign a card for you and stamp it with her little paw.
That is not one that we put on there. But if you'd like a special request, I guess we could do that. So
send us the non-toxic ink pad for pets, and we'll do it.
She's like, I don't want to give them my autograph, Dammy. Why are you saying
But
things
you're
for
a
me?
star. You're a star.
You are going to make her mad. So check out the new the new rewards that you can earn at Patreon, and if you'd like to support us that way, DM me if they want to get more info to see those new rewards or want to sign up. Where should they go?
Patreon.com/geekygirlsnit.
What's another way?
There's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you'd like to make a one-time donation.
Yes, and we are Amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our website first and look in the sidebar or at the bottom of the show notes and click on the appropriate Amazon link, and then do your shopping as normal, we earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you'd be doing anyway.
I want to go lay back there.
Yes, say bye-bye, baby, and I'll put you back there. Say bye-bye. There you go.
Get your butt up there.
Now I'm
Oh no!
She ran away. Now I'm covered in pink hair.
It's shedding season because it's getting warmer.
Yes, she's sniffing all my things.
Oh.
Well, with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. Oh, no, damn it. You have to tell them where to find us online.
You can find us at geekygirlsnet.com. There you can find links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. Sorry, excuse me. I got overwhelmed. No. I do. I have some too. Thank you for sharing your hair with us.
Danger of kissing a cat.
It's quarantine hair. Thanks for watching, you guys. We continue to wish you good health and safety, and those of you who are dealing with difficult financial times because of this, we hope that things will turn around for you soon. And just be wise, stay home, only go out when it is absolutely essential, and make sure and reach out to those who are by themselves, especially maybe to single parents who are having to do it all on their own right now, to elderly, call your parents, grandparents, call your mama, make sure she's okay. Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm call waiting. It's Obama.
Yeah, your friends, just touch base with people. Send them a text, do a FaceTime, do a Zoom with your knitting group, with your stitching group, with your mom's group, with whatever. Yeah, just reach out but stay home. If you do have to go out 6 feet, that's 7 skeins of yarn, apparently. 7 skeins of yarn distance, please. And we will be back with you again next week. Until then, happy crafting. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, whoa! Oh, you're so fancy. Do you have a bow tie now?
This is Pink's. This is one of Pink's favorite places to be. She loves to be in an open dresser drawer.
And she got bow ties for her birthday/gotcha day. A pink one for everyday wear, and a black and white one for fancy dress days. Like going to the vet.
Yeah.
You're so majestic.